Hi Ryan, welcome back. Simultaneous equations number 3. A little bit more obvious now that we've got some revolting numbers, or a little bit revolting numbers. If I turn them both into the same number, they'd become 3 fours of 12. I would end up having a 12x and a 12x and a whole lot of other numbers, and we'll have a look at that in a second. If instead of doing that, I made those two the same, much easier, because I could end up having a 2y and a 2y. And you go, well, the numbers are nowhere near as big, especially when we've got 8 and 9s over here. You can imagine if we had even worse numbers, it's terrible. So let's have a look at what happened. My choice here, on this one, I times the top equation by 4, so I times that one by 4, and I times that one by 4, and I get 32, and it's becoming a little bit messy. I'll put a line in between the two. This one, I times by 3, so I triple that one, means I triple that one, and I triple that one, and I get 27. It's okay, it's manageable. There's a lot of people who won't think, and they'll just go through, make those two the same, and then work out the rest. Now if I move this over a little bit, that one stayed as a 2y, and this one became a 2y. So this one stays the same, so it's a 3x and a 2y. This one stays the same, it's an 8. Let's have a look at this one. This time I doubled the y, so that become a 2y, which means I double this one, becomes an 8x, which means I double the 9 and I get an 18. So both work well, just that the numbers are smaller over on that one. If you prefer, you can make them the same. If not, you can make these the same. A little thing I mentioned in the last video, lowest common multiple of those two is 12. The first number that 3 and 4 goes into is 12, whereas on these two, the smallest number that they both go into is 2. So the smaller one's normally better. And when you get later on, depending which course you go into, 3 equations and 3 unknowns, this is really handy. So let's have a look at these two here now. See, I'd look at that and I'd prefer that by a long way. Now, I've got the same sign, they're both plus, same size, so that's what I talk about, S, 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 S. So I'm going to subtract. Here's another thing to look at when you're looking at these things here. This is bigger than that, they're the same, that's bigger than that. So it might be nicer to go bottom, subtract the top. 8x take 3x is 5x. 2x, 2y take 2y is gone, 0, it's eliminated. That's what the whole purpose of this thing is. It's called elimination, or elimination method. It eliminates one of the letters. And then I've got 18 take 8 is 10, and really obvious now that the answer is 5 what's 10, or you can go divide 5 and you got the 2. So we've got half of our answer. We know what the x is. Now we get the y, and I'm going to start talking not so long-winded. Substitute x equals 2. So if I point to, say, this equation here, or point to that equation there, it doesn't matter which one I pick, let's pick that one there. So I've got 3 times the 2. So I've replaced the letter x by the 2, plus the 2y equals 8. So I've got a 6. I could write the next line out separate if I wanted to, if that's what you need. How will I get rid of now? I've got to get rid of that 6. If I do it to the left hand side, I do it to the right, and I'm left with that's gone. And that's 2y equals 2, we've got y equals 1. So the answer question actually is 2, 1, where that's x and that's y. And the question's eliminated, and we got it. I'm going to leave that there. I think I've got enough room to go for this one. If you look at this one, this is where it really starts to show it up. That we've got 4 and 5, if I multiply them, and if I use this method of thinking, 4 5s are 20. As I look at this one, if I ignore the negative for a moment, it's a 1 times a 1 is a 1. And it's pretty obvious that the 1 is going to work much better than a 20. If you don't see that, are these two the same sign? No, but they're the same size. So they're a 1 and a 1. So you don't subtract. What can we do instead? You can add. So, a bit of a weird way to think about it, but I think it works for some people better than others. So I'm going to add them, I'm going to add those, and I'm going to add those. Watch how quickly this one drops out. 4x plus a 5x is a 9x, minus y plus y, so minus y plus y. Remember that minus y plus y is the same as y minus y. So a lot of people have trouble when I say it that way, but when I write it that way, they go, it's easy. So I could do this, ready? 5x plus 4x is 9x, y minus y, or plus minus y, 0. And 16 11 is 27. And now you can look at it and go 9 what's a 27, and most of you just go x is 3. Substitute x equals 3. So I look at, say, it doesn't matter. Say the first question, doesn't matter which one we pick, you can do both and get the same. So this will be 4, and replace the x by the 3, minus the y equals 11. And a bit weird because of the minus. So that's 12 minus what equals 11. Now this is a scary part. A lot of people hesitate on how to do that question. 12 take what is 11, and the answer is 1. But let's say we did it and you couldn't see that and you weren't sure. You can just go, if I subtract 12 from this side, I subtract 12 from that side. Remember, you don't add, this is a positive 12, so get rid of a positive 12, I can go subtract 12, subtract 12. I'm left with that minus y equals minus 1. And what do I do with the minuses both sides? If I times this side by negative 1, I times that side, let's write it properly. If I times that side by negative 1, I times that side by negative 1. 2 negatives make a positive. 2 negatives make a positive, and I come up with the answer of 3 and 1. So the x was 3 and the y is 1. I will check it one more time. Let's have a look at it. So the x is the 3 and the y is the 1. 4 3s are 12. Take 1 is 11, correct. 5 3s are 15. Plus the 1 is 16. That's correct. So it's up to you which one you want to get rid of first. I look at that one and I'd go, that's most obvious. I don't even have to write that down. I just look at that and go, that's the most obvious, I want that to be a 2. And I look at these and I go, oh, they're the same, but they're different sign, so I can't subtract, so what do? Add. Oh, I hope it helps. If you're enjoying it, please just let your friends know.